everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be going over the skill trees of Amara and Moze. Now, I'm going on vacation tomorrow, so I don't feel like editing this. So, yay! I mean, I didn't edit the last one, but I was having a really lazy day. This one I would edit, but this time I have an actual excuse of I don't really have time. So, and also I'm kind of telling you information half the time. So, we're going to start off with Amara because she's the one that I'm going to play second. So, let's start off with her skill points. You can have one skill point, whatever the heck that is. Okay, let's take a look. So, phase cast, Amara sends forward an astral projection of herself, dealing damage to everything in its path it hits. That seems pretty cool. So let's go down this skill tree first. Or actually, which one do I think? You also have phase slam. Amara leaps into the air and slams the ground. Oh, and you knock enemies up as well. And this one, Amara summons a giant fire fist that bursts from the ground and locks the target enemy. Okay, so this is basically like a Maya thing. So I think I'm gonna go down the middle skill tree because I kind of like that. So we're gonna go with mode switch speeds. Okay, so if you don't know, there's gonna be multiple modes of each gun. And rush. For every second of rush consumed, Amara's status effect chance is temporarily increased. So like you could have explosive projectiles and pellets on the same gun. Just switch between them. It's like switching between semi and auto in Call of Duty. Killing an enemy, same thing, a rush, but this one's action skill damage. So I'm gonna go with 2 of that and 3 of that. Amara gains increased accuracy and critical hit damage for a few seconds after activating her action skill. That sounds nice. Amara gains increased action skill. Okay, Amara gains reload speed for every second of rush after consuming. Shut up, phone. Shut up, phone. Shut up, phone. Shut up, phone. After consuming rush, this bonus is. Okay, sure, mouse. I want 3 of that though, so that's nice. The action skill all action skill augments gain increased effects. Okay, so let's take a look at this. A portion of all damage dealt by Amara's action skill return to her or a nearby ally as health. Okay, sounds nice. Amara sends forward an astral projection of herself. That's same thing. Okay. Whenever it releases homing for the little, I want that. That sounds nice. Enemies damaged by Amara's action skill become phase locked until they are damaged or the duration ends. Oh, okay. I actually want that. That one sounds nicer. I'm gonna put some more in this. 2 more in that. Couple more in that. Okay, what's this one? Amara sends forward. Okay, astral projection deals increased damage. That sounds kind of boring. It sounds very boring. So I'm not gonna equip that. That does not sound very fun. Oh, okay. So these are action skills. Oh, those aren't like these. Oh, okay. I didn't notice that before. I'm sorry. Enemies take increased damage. Action skill. Oh, charge time. Okay. Take 3 of that. I'll take 2 of that. When Amara kills an enemy with a gun or action skill, she creates a homing projectile. Yes, please. 3 of that. Sure. Why not? Okay. And finally, Avatar. Amara's action skill can be activated while it's cooling down. This skill may only be used once per cooldown. Okay, that's kind of overpowered. That's nice. I like that. And some extra rush effects. Steady hands. Amara gains some of that. Her action skill status effect deals further increased damage. Convert. So this seems like a little bit like fire, right? So is this kind of like shock? Kind of like the shock skill tree. And this is the corrosive. Yeah, it's like corrosive. Or maybe this is nothing because this is... Oh, I missed this. It explodes. No, but I want it to like go through everything, so that might become a little bit out leveled. Anyway, like the Fuse did with Krieg, convert a oh, yes, please. I will take that. Amara gains or deals increased elemental damage. Shock damage is further increased. Okay, that's nice because I have this one, whatever this is. And what's this? Whenever Amara applies a status effect, it has a chance to spread. Okay, that's nice. And this one, incendiary damage. Okay. Amara summons a giant fist that bursts from the ground. Okay, we already did that. Whenever the grasped enemy is killed. Okay, never mind. I want that kind of. No, let's go back to this. But that's not. If I'm gonna go down this tree, I'm definitely gonna go with that. What about this one? After grasping the target, large fists appear and constantly smash the area? Amara's gun damage is increased for a few seconds after an enemy is grasped. Okay. Well, never mind. Go back. Because that's not going to help me at all if I'm going for the middle tree. So, I'm just going to randomly put some points. Okay. Singularity. Ooh. And enemies near the grass target are linked. Any damage dealt to the linked target is shared between all other linked targets. Okay. Magazine size is increased by 20%. Amara's bullets that damage enemies have a chance to ricochet and deal damage to other enemies. Ricochet chance and damage are increased with the phase grass or stillness of mind. Which one's stillness of mind? Oh, that must be one of these. This one? No, I don't know. I don't think that's stillness that binds, but I'll go with that. Ooh, I like explosion. Triggers an elemental effect. When that enemy dies, the enemy explodes. Okay. Whenever Amara applies a status effect to an enemy, she gains a chance to randomly electrocute, ignite, or melt that enemy. Melt! Okay. Oh, I'm out of that. Okay. Amara gains life steal whenever she deals elemental damage with her weapon. That's nice, and that's kind of boring. Anyway, let's just quickly go down this tree. I dropped something. Sorry. Let's quickly go down this tree and see what is in it. So, we have personal space. Whenever Amara's weapon shots deal bonus damage, based on the distance the target is, the closer the greater damage. Amara gains increased max health. Amara constantly regenerates health. After using an action skill, this bonus is doubled. And the lower her health, the more powerful the regeneration. Whenever Amara deals damage to an enemy with her action skill, she has a stack of Samsara. For every stack of Samsara, Amara gains increased gun damage and health regeneration. Okay. Helping hand. For a few seconds after using her action skill, Amara's arms remain active and grant her damage reduction. Amara deals increased splash damage and takes reduced splash damage. And this is an element, all corrosive. Amara gains increased melee damage. So this must be like a melee. Yeah, this is kind of like the melee Amara. Like the meme of Melee Maya. This is Melee Amara. Additionally, for a few seconds after using her action skill, Amara gains increased melee range. How does that work? Killing an enemy with Amara's action skill grants all allies increased movement speed. What about me? Amara's action skill now creates a nova when it damages nearby enemies. That would be good for the middle tree, actually. I swear, is that thunder or a motorcycle? I don't know, because I heard what I thought was thunder, but it lasted so long that it might have been a motorcycle. Amara summons a line of fists that erupt from the ground. Okay. Mindfulness, for every stack of mindfulness, increase shield regeneration delay and movement speed. Okay. Amara gains increased max health and elemental damage resistance to her action skill element. Whenever an enemy damages Amara, she automatically throws an energy orb back at them. Okay. Whenever Amara deals melee damage to an enemy, she gains increased action skill damage and gun damage for a few seconds. Whenever Amara enters fight for her life, she immediately gains a second wind, restores her health, and creates an action skill elemental Nova that may knock back nearby enemies? What? I might actually go down this skill tree then, because that's kind of overpowered. Enemies damaged by Amara's action skill become confused and temporarily attack their allies. Yeah, I'm going down this skill tree. No doubt about it. So, instead of this one, we'll go down this one. Melee override, press V while aiming at an enemy to make Amara dash a short distance and perform a special melee strike. If Blitz melee attacks kills an enemy, Blitz cooldown is immediately reset. Nice. So that was Amara's skill tree. I went through all the interesting ones. Now we're gonna take a look at Moze. Moze the Gunner. Moze the Gunner is going to be my third. I was either going to play Amara or Flak first, but I definitely decided Flak because he's very cool. Alright. So let's go down. Okay, so we start on the red one first. Let's take a look at these first. The railgun fires electrified high velocity. Okay, so she can have two action skills. The minigun, doink. Ow! I just hit my foot off of something. And then finally we have the grenade launchers, a semi-automatic grenade launcher. Its grenades are not affected by Moze's equipped grenade mod. Okay, so we're gonna go with these two skill trees, I think, because the first one just kind of sounds boring. So, first of all, we have the minigun skill tree. Daka Bear adds a man turret to the back of Iron Bear. Okay, thank you. Occasionally, Moze's and Iron Bear's shots will deal additional incendiary damage and won't consume ammo. Okay. Moze is currently equipped a gun, gains a stacking bonus to magazine size and decreased heat per shot for every piece of equipped gear that has a matching manufacturer. Okay, so I guess we'll go with 2 there. After Moze scores a critical hit, she regenerates ammo for a few seconds. That's nice. While moving, Moze's handling, weapon swap speed, and mode switch speed. Is increased for a few seconds. I thought I read that wrong. I'm sorry. The salamander is a flamethrower? A flamethrower? Okay, that's cool, but I kind of like the minigun a little bit more. I've always loved miniguns in video games. Minigun deals more damage as its heat increases and can be fired for longer before overheating. I like that. Extra that. So we'll put 3 there. I'm going to put 1 there because why not? Moze can sprint and shoot at the same time. Yes, please. Ah, I love that. Minigun fires cryo rounds, which reduce heat gain and fuel drain, but deal reduced damage. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, Moze gains increased fire rate and critical hit damage. Just put 4 there. Reduces Salamander's fuel drain. Additionally, Iron Bear's movement speed is increased after damaging an enemy with Salamander. Okay, that's pretty good. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Equipping 2 of the same weapons on Iron Bear increase the damage they deal. Okay, so that could be good if, like, okay, let's say you have, like, let's see, what's a returning item? I don't know. I'll just think of one like Okay, let's just say you have 2 Vladoffs, right? Because nobody likes Malawan in that game. And you're shooting them. I think Malawan's gonna return. No, Vladoff. I know Malawan's gonna return. They're the enemies. Anyway, let's say you have 2 Vladoffs, or even better, 2 like shotguns. 2 Jacob shotguns. 2 quad. Imagine the quad in there, but you have 2 of those on Iron Bear. I'm sorry, I've ranted on for too long, haven't I? Okay, minigun of the yes, please, explosive rounds. Oh God. Salamander now deals corrosive damage. I'm not sure that's how a flamethrower works. Moze gains infinite ammo for a few seconds. Moze gains increased gun damage as her magazine empties. The less ammo's in there, the greater increase. If Moze has a ZOV gun equipped, she gains gun damage as her gun's heat increases. I'm sorry, this is really annoying, and I don't know why I have it on my desk. We'll put 3 in there. The Salamander Burst fires 3 projectiles with increased fuel drain, which the first which leaves a large incendiary area. Okay, how do you fire a burst of flames? Okay, that's cool. I'll just put 1 there. Moze constantly regenerates ammo. That's nice. Alright. Secondly, we're going to go ahead and over to the grenade mod, or the grenade launcher tree, and see how overpowered this can get. Actually, I might even do Moze second, because this sounds so much fun. I think I'm only going to do normal mode with each of the characters and then try to get to level 50. Or I might do flak to level 50 and then do the story mode with all the other characters. Firing Iron Bear's weapons drains less fuel. Okay. Oh, what happened? I had a brain fart. Whenever Moze deals splash damage, she deals bonus incendiary damage and kill skill. Killing an enemy reduces Moze's remaining action skill cooldown time. This skill has diminishing returns. I like that. We're gonna put the rest in there. Actually, we're gonna max that out. Okay, the Vanquisher rocket pod is a rocket launcher. Rocket launcher. Yes, please. Okay, and what do we have here? Direct hits with the V35 deals increased damage. Okay. Whenever Moze deals splash damage, there's a chance to add ammo to her currently equipped weapon magazine. The smaller chance to return a grenade. Okay, kind of like that. All splash damage dealt by Moze has a chance to double in size. And Iron Bear gains additional armor and increased max fuel. We'll put some in there. After Moze exits Iron Bear, it will remain deployed there for a short time. Okay, like that. Moze's grenades have a chance to score a critical hit. A critical hit with grenades? Dealing greatly increased damage. Sources of critical hit damage do not affect grenade critical hits. Okay, that's kind of nice. We're gonna max that out. Occasionally, the V38 fires a singularity grenade that pulls in nearby enemies before exploding. The Vanquisher rocket pod now fires homing rockets and increased reload speed. Hold down F to aim at enemies and designate up to 6 targets. Releasing the fire button launches a volley of homing rockets near to the designated targets. I've been reading a lot and my mouth does not want to work. Okay, we're gonna do that. However, Moze damages an enemy with a thrown grenade. For every enemy hit, she restores a portion of her missing health. I like that a lot. Increases Moze grenade. We're gonna max that out instead. Vanquisher rocket pod deals greatly reduced damage per shot, but fires a 6 rocket spread. Additionally, enemies hit by the Vanquisher rocket pod deals increased damage from all sources. Then, what's the point of reducing the damage from the rocket if you're just gonna give it back? Jeez, damage minus 74%. That's a lot. Oh, my voice. Oh. I'm sorry, I had a voice crack. That was terrible. Okay. Moze gains the ability to throw grenades while in Fight for Your Life. If she threw a grenade before gaining a second wind, a grenade is refunded. Okay, I like that. When Moze deals splash damage, her action skill cooldown rate is briefly increased. Okay. Out of skill points. And instead of a volley of conventional rockets, the Vanquisher rocket pod now launches a single rocket with a nuclear warhead? Yes, please! And finally, whenever Moze deals gun damage, there is a chance of a secondary explosion centered on the target. Wow. Yeah, Moze is definitely going to be my second pick. Amara, no way. Get that out of here. Who cares? Let's go down the final skill tree. Iron Bear gains a bubble shield that reduces damage taken. Whenever Moze reloads, she loses a small portion of her health and grants additional incendiary damage to her and her allies. I don't like that. That's not fun. While Moze's shields are active shields, she gains damage reduction and increased gun damage. A portion of Moze's health is preserved and cannot be restored, but her maximum shield is increased by the same amount. Kill skill. Killing an enemy grants Moze a stack of Drowning in Brass. For each stack of Drowning in Brass, Moze's fire rate is reduced, but gun damage is increased for both her and her allies. Railgun now fires superheated rounds that deal incendiary damage, but have increased fuel drain per shot. Moze's maximum shield is increased, and she gains resistance to shock damage. The Bear Fist is a pneumatic-driven fist that deals massive damage to a single target at close range. Whenever Moze scores a critical hit, she deals increased incendiary damage. So this is a lot about fire. This is like Krieg's fire tree, but in a robot. Entering Iron Bear causes Moze's and her ally shields to immediately begin recharging at increased shield recharge rate. When Railgun hits an enemy, it chains to nearby enemies, dealing reduced shock damage to more targets. Okay. Did we go over these? We went over that. Yep, we did go over that. Whenever Bear Fist hits an enemy, it deals random bonus elemental damage to the enemy, that enemy and all enemies nearby. Instead of punching, Iron Bear now launches its fist forward and grabs an enemy at greatly increased range, dealing shock damage and pulling them back to Iron Bear. Moze's gun damage is increased depending on how low her health is. The lower her health, the greater the increase. Moze's shield recharge delay is reduced, and her shield recharge rate is increased. Railgun now fires a specialty round that deals reduced damage and explodes after a short delay. Railgun's shots have reduced fuel drain, and the magazine size is increased. So that's a lot less railgun damage, though. Moze, we already went over that, right? Yep. Shock hammer. Bear Fist is now capable of sustained rapid fire and punching. Additionally, Bear Fist has reduced fuel drain and deals bonus shock damage with each hit. Whenever Moze scores a critical hit, her shield immediately begins recharging. Kill skill. After killing an enemy, Moze gains a stack of Phalanx Doctrine. For each stack of that, Moze's maximum shield and gun damages are increased. Each stack lasts 30 seconds. There's no stack limit. Okay. So if you find a lot of enemies, you could get a lot of stacks. Whenever Moze's shield is fully depleted, she instantly restores a portion of her shield, and her gun damage is increased for a short time. The skill can only trigger after Moze's shields have been fully recharged. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to be doing Moze second. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a big fat like, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going on vacation tomorrow, so you will not hear from me for a long time. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.